Hello everyone, this is Sakshi and I'm a first year BSc Nursing student at GMC Bhopal. Welcome to my channel PNS Teachers. In this video, we're going to be discussing about the roadmap for the preparation of biology section for acing your exam and getting a good score and results for your examination. Let's get started. I have cleared this exam with all MD rank 142 and the rank of 74 category wise as OBC. According to the latest update from MPPEB government side, all the exams including PNST, PVFT, ANMTST, DHET, all the exams are going to be held in the month of October, and as today is 28th of August, there are roughly only 1 month left for our preparation, and in this time we have to prepare as well as revise for our studies too. So here is the roadmap for every chapter you have to study for your better results and marks. So this video will be in 3 sections. Firstly, we are going to discuss about the distribution of marks subject wise according to our exam pattern. Then we will moving to the roadmap and strategy for our preparation of this examination. And thirdly, I will be giving you some preparation tips which you can use along with your examination preparation. By the end of this video, you will be knowing what are the important chapters that you should read first and what are the chapters that are so easy to understand and give you a very high score in your examination. So stay tuned till the last of this video. So let's start with the first section. The examination pattern is split into 5 sections which carries 30 marks each. Physics, chemistry, biology, which is split into 2 different parts as botany and zoology, and then the last, which is English. All the subjects make some total of 150 marks in our examination. So let's move to the next section, which is biology roadmap. So let's start with the 11th class NCERT biology. This book has 22 chapters which are divided into 5 different units. Among these 5 units, there are 2 units which cover most of your examination section, including zoology as well as botany, which means that the animal physiology and plant physiology covers 12 chapters of this book and covers a very huge part in your examination too. So let's start with the plant physiology first. There are 5 chapters in plant physiology 11th class book, in which the 3 chapters are very easy to understand, which you can memorize and understand just by reading the chapter from NCERT once or twice. These chapters are chapter number 11, which is transportation and plants, chapter number 12, which is mineral nutrition, and then skipping the chapter number 13 and 14, the chapter number 15, which is plant growth and development. These 3 chapters are very easy to understand and they have based on theoretical concepts which are very easy to memorize too. What you can do is firstly read all the 3 chapters. What you can do is read all these 3 chapters first to get the self-confidence and motivation to move further. Then try to read all the remaining 2 chapters, which is chapter number 14 and 13 too, for your better understanding and better performance in your examination. Moving towards the animal physiology, there are 6 chapters in this unit, in which 4 chapters are so easy peasy to understand and are very interesting too. So these chapters are chapter number 16, digestion and absorption, which includes different terminologies and the glands, organs that are included in our alimentary canal. You are also going to know about the different layers that are present in our alimentary canal, what are the different parts, different junctions and the glands that perform different functions in our digestive system. The next chapter is chapter number 17, which is breathing gas and exchanges. This chapter provide you complete information about what is the amount that we inhale, what is the amount of air that we exhale, what are the factors that affects our breathing rate and everything. The next easiest chapter is chapter number 20, which is locomotion and movement. In this chapter, you will be going to know about our skeleton system and the muscular junction and everything related to the movement. And moving to the last chapter, which is chapter number 22. These chapters include chemical integration and coordination, means all the glands that secrete hormone for performing different functions in our body. in all the remaining units, the unit number 3 covers highest percentage in your examination. And this third unit is also the most easy unit of this book, as it covers the chapter cell. Firstly, try to read the chapter number 8, which is cell structure, cell the basic unit of life, and then moves to the chapter number 10, which is cell cycle and cell division. We also know most of the things from our earlier classes too, so both the two chapters are very easy for our understanding. Then try to read the next chapter to number 9, biomolecules. The unit number 2 covers the anatomy and morphology of plants. These two units are also easy to understand, as these units covers the different parts, what are the inflorescence, what are the types of leaves, and etc. Then comes to the unit number 1, which is the easiest unit of this book, and this covers all the information about the living organism, the basic concepts, what are the cells, what are the seeds, the different kinds of seeds, different kind of leaves, and the different organisms, and the inflorescence and growing plant. So here comes our class 12 NCERT biology. This book covers 16 chapters which are categorized into 5 different units too. So like the 11th standard NCERT, in this book too, unit 3 covers the highest percentage the examination. The unit 3, which is biology in human welfare. Try to read chapters in this sequence. Firstly, read the chapter which is microbes in human welfare, and then read the preparation strategies for enhancement and food production. Then move to the health and disease chapter of this unit. Then coming to the next unit, the unit number 2 of this book, or the unit number 7 of the total biology section. This unit is about the genetics and evolution. These chapters include a very high percentage in your examination. Unit number 1, which is reproduction. We have read this unit and all these chapters many times. These chapters are so easy to understand and give the complete information about the reproduction in different organisms, including the primitive as well as the human being. So the last 2 units of this book include biotech and ecology. Biotech units only have 2 chapters. Firstly, they will introduce the different terms, basic concepts of biotechnology. Then they will move to the applications and processes related to bio. The last unit, which is ecology. Unit includes 4 chapters, starting with organism and population. In this chapter, you will be introduced with the different biome distribution and the landmass distribution of our population. Then the interactions that takes place among the different kinds of population. What are the different terms like mortality, natality, immigration, emigration, the different kind of growth, population growth curves, etc. And what are the interactions that takes place in our organism and the population. Next chapter is ecology, which introduces you to the different cycles that takes place in our environment and the different factors that affects them. This chapter also includes some pie charts according to the organisms that are found in different areas, but all these chapters are so easy to understand, and just try to read them once and then try to make the short notes among all the chapters. Moving to the last 2 chapters, which are biodiversity and conservation and environmental issues. Biodiversity and conservation chapters also shows you some graphs which are related to the different biodiversities and their distribution according to the ecosystem and the biome in which they are present. In the last unit, we will be discussing about what are the different factors that causes pollution and what are the security and safety measures that we use for cleaning our environment and ecosystem. Here comes our third section. The third section is of tips and tricks. Try to highlight the important points along with your preparation. Use the side margins of your NCERT books that whenever you want to revise, you can just open your books and revise every important points through these margins. Note down all the extra information and questions that you came to know in your NCERT margins, or use the self-sticky notes for your preparation. So that's all for today. I will catch you in my next video. Stay tuned, stay safe. Thank you.